Hi Scorpio, welcome and welcome back to my channel. We are doing your weekly reading, but we are doing things a little bit different this time, where I'm doing a no contact situation for you and your person. So we have your energy on the left hand side, we have your person's energy on the right hand side, and we have what's actually going on in the situation in the middle. So first off, we have higher power. So you do see this person as someone who was put in your life for a reason, someone that could be like a very spiritual connection, whether that is like a soulmate, a twin flame, something along the, it could even be karmic, like, but you see them as like there's some sort of soul contract between the two of you, and you have very strong feelings for them still. I feel like what you want out of the situation is that you do want things to like get better between the two of you. Like, you do want to resolve these things, but I feel like you also are like just trying to like you do see a positive event happening between the two of you, and you're like trying to not give up in some way. Like, I feel like you might be on the verge of being like, oh well, this is never going to work, so let me just, I'm done. Or not in that type of like as hectic as that, but in a way where you're like, I just can't keep thinking about this. Maybe you feeling like you're feeling a little bit like delusional, thinking that they're going to come back to you, and like you're fighting, like your head and your heart are like fighting with each other, but you do want this connection to come back in some way. You do also feel, though, we have love yourself first, and your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So you are very focused on yourself, on like maybe building back up your self-esteem, putting love into yourself, nurturing yourself, and that type of thing. And you do genuinely feel like that, like, yes, that will attract someone, either this person back or someone new, but you are genuinely trying to actually heal yourself and come from a place of love for yourself. Then with their energy, we have between worlds, and this is basically someone who is like, they've put the past behind them and they're focused on what's to come in the future, but they're feeling a little bit stuck with where they're at right now, and they need to like just remain in the present instead of like focusing too much on the future or the past, and I feel like maybe they're struggling to do that in some way. They do want an outcome that is going to be fair for each of you. Libra is very fair, but they do feel like whatever, like what's done is done type of thing, it's, you guys have ended the situation between the two of you, but they do want what's best for both of you in some way, whether that is either getting back together or going on your separate ways. They just want what's fair for both of you. And then we have past life relationship. You've known each other before, so they do genuinely see you as a soulmate. They could, sometimes people where it says past life relationship, sometimes, people aren't very spiritual and they don't believe in that type of thing. But whatever it is, they do feel like you guys have an extremely close connection in some way. And they could be like waking up to the spiritual connection in some way as well. And then we have the mutual energies as yang. So you guys are both in this energy of like taking action in some way. Like, you're not sitting still. Like, you guys are wanting to move. You guys are wanting to do things. You guys are wanting to bring your manifestations into reality. Like, you guys both want to take action in some way towards each other. And we have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And this is basically about leaving the past behind you and not holding back in any way. And it is about just, like letting your fears go and going towards what scares you, but obviously within limits. And then we have trust, and it says the situation is calling for you to have faith. And I feel like both of you guys do trust that you guys will one day get back together, whether that's now or whether that's in the future. You guys do feel like there is some form of like an intense bond between the two of you. So let's see, for Scorpio, what do we need to know? So what are your feelings? Okay, we have conflict, clashing differences and incompatibility. So you could feel like you're not compatible with this person, and if you go back there, like, then there's just going to be fights, there's going to be arguments, like you don't want the drama basically, but you are kind of conflicted within yourself as well. And then we do also have influences, attachments to third parties and peers. So you could also feel conflicted because maybe people are like speaking in your ear in some way, or they are like saying, oh well, if you go back there, then that means that like you're gonna have these arguments, you guys aren't meant for each other, you know. And that could be like someone who is an actual friend of theirs or a family member, or it could actually be a romantic person. Let's get a clarify on that, Scorpio. And this is your energies, so I feel like you will know who the third party is in your life. Okay, so let's clarify that. We have, okay, so we have two coming out here, and it is the Seven of Wands and the Star. So you do want, like I said before, you do have feel like this is a very spiritual connection in some way, and you do want to heal this, but you are also in a very defensive place where you're like, I don't know if I could go back to this, because if they were to say anything along the lines of this is my fault, then I'm like, I don't feel like I will need to stand up for myself in some way. And then bottom of the deck we have Magician, which is more of this kind of like a yang energy as well, like taking action in some way, like bringing your manifestations into reality and all of that stuff. So let's see, what do you want out of this situation? Bluff, pretending, mask and exaggeration. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck we have Foundation, established, family, security. I feel like you guys want your person to take off the mask and to stop pretending that like they don't want to get back together, like that they don't want anything with you, and you're wanting them to just like let the ego go in some way, because the ego is what's making them kind of wear this mask, but you are just wanting them to like get to a point where they can actually just be honest with you in some way. Very likely about what they want is what you want them to be honest about what they want. Okay, very strange but mirroring energies. So let's see, what are their feelings towards you? Confusion, uncertain, unclear and unsure. Okay, and then bottom of the deck we have silence, frozen, no words and stone wall. I feel like they're obviously very confused about what the situation is. I forgot to get a clarifier for this, but let me just first finish this. So they're confused about whether or not they want to come back to you, or whether or not they want to move on. They do feel they are definitely feeling the silence between you guys, and they know that there's some sort of stubbornness here on their part and your part when it comes to this connection and like breaking the silence in some way. So you guys are both being stubborn, but they are very like, they're unclear of where you're at, you're unclear of where they're at, but there is just a lot of confusion between the two of you. So let's get a clarification for bluff. Okay, that didn't actually flip. There we go. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's a need for clarity here. No one is communicating. No one's telling the truth. Like no one's willing to kind of break and give that clarity to the other one, or start the conversation in some way. Okay, and then let's clarify confusion. Eight of Wands. Yeah, they don't know whether or not this is going to go somewhere or not, whether or not you guys are ever going to speak again. I feel like they do hope that though, with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and they do want that, but it's like they could just be confused as to where you're at, like they have no idea. Okay, so let's see, what do you want out of the situation? Sorry, what do they want out of the situation with Scorpio? Obsession, infatuation, adoration and addiction. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. So you could have run from them in the past, and they want you to now be obsessed with them. They want you to actually just show them how much you, like, if you basically left them in the past, like you either like, you just got scared of this connection and you walked away or something like that, you want them, they want you to basically realize that what you did was wrong and come in and basically say that you were wrong, you shouldn't have run away, you shouldn't have ghosted them, you shouldn't have just like ended the situation, and you want to be together, you're like, you love them so much, you just want to be with them, like that type of energy. That's what they want out of the situation. Okay, let's clarify that. Okay. Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they just feel like the relationship was very unsuccessful. They feel like this has affected their self-confidence. They're very much in a lack mentality. And they're wanting your support. They're wanting to see that like this wasn't just a waste of time, and that they can actually have a good relationship with you, or just even that you coming back and saying that you made a mistake will even just help them so much with their self-confidence. Okay, let's see, what is the next thing I want to ask? Okay, so what is the actual situation, like what's happening between you guys? Pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. So you guys are both, this is the mutual energies here, you guys are both feeling extremely like heart sore, heartbroken in some way. We have divine masculine and yang masculine energy at the bottom of the deck, so which is more of that. There's a lot of masculine here, so maybe you guys are both trying to be the masculine one. Maybe like if you're feminine, and that doesn't mean that you have to be a female, but if you're the feminine one, maybe like you were earning less, and then that made you feel that you were earning more if you were the feminine, and they were feeling less than because you know, that you earned more or something like that, or vice versa. But you guys are both wanting to be like the provider in some way, and whatever's happened between the two of you has just caused a lot of pain, and then there's this need to heal the divine, like you need to heal your masculine side. Everyone has feminine and masculine within themselves. Okay, what else? Okay, so what they're wanting to do is that they're next towards you is that they're just thinking about the situation. They're missing you. They are wanting to take some sort of action, but they're not actually doing that. They're daydreaming about it. They're fantasizing about it, thinking about like what would happen if I was to come back. They do miss you though. Let's get some clarifiers. Sorry, I keep forgetting to get the clarifiers. So let's clarify pain. Okay, so we have two coming out here. We have the World and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they want to end the cycle with you of the pain. They, you know, you also want this with them. You guys both want to come out of the cycle, and you want a new, fresh beginning towards each other, but you also want it to be more exciting than what it was beforehand. You guys have both come to some sort of realization that what you want is possibly very likely to get back together. So let's clarify this thinking as their next actions. Temperance. Yeah, they're being very patient and just kind of like waiting. They don't feel like the time is right just yet. They're kind of waiting for some sort of time to come in. They feel like if they came in now, there would still be conflict, which is what you have there. So they don't want the conflict. They don't want the drama. They want to come in once like there's peace between the two of you, and they do want peace between the two of you as well. Okay, so let's see what's the outcome of this connection. We have memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Bottom of the bottom of the deck, we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, and long journey. So I do feel like you guys aren't going to actually do anything. Like you guys could just be both like looking at the past and just feeling very drained about like just thinking about everything that's happened between the two of you, and like you guys both just like, you have this feeling of wanting to come together, but it's as if like you guys are like is it even worth it? Like what if the same cycle happens over and over again? So let's, okay, yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So you guys are very much focused on your self-love at the moment, both sides. You guys are focusing on kind of healing, walking away from the situation. As sad as that is, that's what's coming out here, and I'm obviously going to tell you guys the truth. Okay, so let's see, what are the messages for Scorpio? What did their person say to them? Okay, we have, I feel you even though we are apart. What else? We have, I regret lying to you. Okay, anything else? We have, I'm so attracted to you. And lastly, okay, well, we got 2 coming out there. So many things remind me of you, and I know that I was a distraction from your pain. Okay, so let's get some advice then for you, Scorpio, when it comes to this specific connection. Three of Wands in the reverse. Don't wait around for this person. You need to take action. Look at the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. You need to take action towards either this person or to what you actually want, because if you sit and wait for them, it's not going to be positive. Justice, which is kind of like that. It's about making sure that things are fair and balanced, that like don't take any nonsense if they're treating you unfairly or something like that. Treat them how they treat you, that type of energy. There could be some sort of like court things going on between the two of you, and if there is, the justice will, you know, it will be what's fair, so you will get a good outcome, but you won't get like everything that you've wanted type of thing. It will just be what's fair for you both. Okay, what else? We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about you needing to focus on your own stability, your own opportunities. You might also have some sort of offer that's coming your way that could be financial, it could just be, it's definitely an unexpected offer here, but you do need to like be open to offers in your life, maybe open to their offer or open to just different offers in general. So Scorpio, that is all I have for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you guys again next week. Take care.